So, we're here to talk about how YouTube changes lives. And of course, I can only speak for me. Can you speak for you? Has it changed your life? Well, for me, I started my media career as a magazine writer, newspaper writer, and Hollywood screenwriter, a television writer for Star Trek: The Next Generation and Deep Space Nine. And then, about 3 years ago, I said, you know what? I'm going to try YouTube. Now, it wasn't my first channel, but it's become my most serious and my most committed channel. So, YouTube changed my life. Did it change yours? Let's talk about it. So, I think that is really the most difficult problem we face with YouTube, meaning how to describe it and how to say it changes lives. Well, you could say, "Ooh, is that a little too dramatic? Is it truly life-changing?" I think so. Not only because it's the number one video platform. In terms of subscribers and daily viewers, I think it eclipses Netflix or Disney Plus or Prime by millions. I believe it's about 140 million a day. Could be even higher, last I checked. So you say, well, okay, so people are watching a lot of things. Great. Yeah, watching and consuming, sharing, telling friends, family, maybe posting it on their website, blogs, Twitter, Facebook, what have you, Instagram. But also they're creating like I am. I'm a content creator, a YouTube creator, a YouTuber. And again, 3 years ago, that's when I really first started becoming serious about it. My other channels, there was fun. I guess I was experimenting. The best way to put it would say I was experimenting. I wanted to see what all this stuff was about. I had heard about YouTube and then I started watching it. And I said, well, let me take a crack at it as a YouTuber. Let me actually, become a YouTuber. And in those early channels, they're just experimenting. It's kind of fun. And then 3 years ago, let me really commit to this. And I became the sci-fi guy, a sci-fi guy. And it's been so much fun. And I think that's, like they say, the idea of entertainment, education, learning something and getting something out of it, satisfying and being entertained and having fun. I vividly remember, I vividly recall in high school and college when the professor, when the curriculum was fun, it was so much more rewarding, right? It was so much more of a good time and a time well spent, and you would really always retain more. I remember at my great, classes, my best and favorite classes were the ones where I didn't really do much homework because I didn't have to. I remembered, the class work and the assignments more. So, when test time came along, it wasn't too bad at all. But my bottom line to it and my, purpose of the video here is to ask you guys, how has it changed your life? And for me, the creativity it's afforded, the connection with you guys, with my subscribers. I've met so many great people who I call friends now. And that's not easy to do. It just isn't. I think that for some people, it might be harder. Maybe they're more into Twitter or Facebook, which is great. I'm on Facebook. Well, I guess X, everybody, we all still call it Twitter. Even when I watch TV, they still refer to it as Twitter. Even in the Chiron, like the crawl, they'll say Twitter X. Well, but I think more than anything else, YouTube is a community. And I think that's the biggest reason, that's the greatest way it has changed my life. It's a community. It's not just video sharing or consuming or watching. It's that, sure. I mean, I love the nostalgia factor, things I haven't seen in years. I just rediscovered Carol Burnett and the Mama's Family sketches, the family sketches, and that's great. Old TV movies I've seen, award show. I was watching Sean Cassidy just this morning. I guess it was on the Grammys. He was performing back in the 80s. It's just incredible. And then when I create content, I try to find that happy medium between obviously entertaining, but then informing as well, and trying to have that balance. You want a video, you want your channel to be informative, but also entertaining. So how has it changed your life? I know even before I became a YouTuber content creator, I would always go to YouTube at least once or twice a day for my news, for entertainment. It's unparalleled. And of course we have TikTok, was it Rumble, Vimeo? There's several, more than one competitor. But for me, I keep coming back to YouTube. I keep coming back to the structure, the environment, and yes, the community. And I think that's key. It's the family aspect almost, we come together as a community. And even on the channels, you have that community tab now. You can click on that and you get my posts. I run polls and quizzes and, put GIFs up, some fun stuff. So tell us what you think. Give us your comments there, but also keep in mind that I'd love to interview you guys. So that's something I'm planning on doing. So if you guys are serious about sharing your stories on camera, I'd love to hear it. So give us your thoughts and give us your feedback. Hope you're enjoying and hope you're subscribing. See you soon.
Logic is the beginning of wisdom, but not with the sci-fi guy.